Oh, no, of course, right, okay.
We're recording for Jesus.
Are we recording?
We're recording, but we're not live.
For Jesus.
Yeah, this is
Let's
just recording.
do like a formal intro.
Can I eat this, though? I need to eat something. I ain't eating anything. Oh.
That's going in the
Formal.
No!
A formal intro for what?
Podcast.
Mornings.
Are we going to introduce ourselves?
Yeah. Did you say hi?
Do we have a name for the show?
Get
The actual
Roasted's
recording,
Wake
my
and Bake
pants are not
morning
in it,
show.
right?
Big morning show.
No, oh, the actual recording, my pants
So
are not
7
in it, right?
words.
Yes.
Okay. This is a terrible shot if I'm wearing blue pants.
Unless you've been like getting up on your
I think we should go longer.
No.
like
No, come.
Get Roasted's morning show brought to you by Diet Mug Root Beer.
Dana Carvey's Diet
Spot
Mug
right
Root
here.
Beer. Get Roasted's morning show. Wake and
It
Bake,
is, you know?
bitch.
Bitch. Wake and bake, bitch.
Yeah,
Wake
Dana
and
Carvey's
Bake,
Diet Mug Root Beers.
That's funny.
Wake and Bake morning show.
Oh my god.
They did that one time, and they did a short documentary about
That works.
whenever Home Improvement had like an episode that like the kid was dying of cancer. And it's like
God.
the family comes together on this hard moment, and then it's like following this program is the Dana Carvey root beer comedy show. Like it was like Barg's Diet Root Beer, Dana Carvey's Barg's Diet Root Beer comedy. Whatever.
It was a mug. The way that they read it off was
Funny.
Mug Diet Root Beer Dana Carvey Show was how it went specifically. They were like, the kid is Tim's son is dying from cancer in his heartfelt episode of blah 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 with Home Improvement, followed by the Dana Carvey Mug Root Beer, and it was like, what the name of fuck? And they were so like the voice changed. The guy was reading it in, but it was the same announcer. But he goes from being like depressed to reading it. And he reads it like in the movie Anchorman, where they're like, whatever you put on the cue card, I'm gonna read exactly like it says.
That's why whenever we do the Toker's Got Talent at Get Roasted, that I put all the comedians together in a lineup, because I've been on a mixed open mic before where it can be like any type of performance, and I had to do jokes after someone read a poem about their dead grandma.
Oh no.
And it's like, and my grandma was still alive. Like, so that's what I like. Well, my grandma's still alive, so I'll just tell you guys some jokes. And that was probably the funniest thing I said, too.
You should. And I'm just throwing this out there. But I think that the correct response at that moment is to do a whole set about your grandma.
Oh, I definitely did a bunch of bits about my grandma.
Yeah, it's just time for a whole set. Just stories. And you started off with, well, my grandma's still alive, so let's talk about her. My grandma is a racist. No, bless your heart jokes and just make things up about somebody else's grandma. But I mean, everybody's grandma is a racist, so that's not nice. And nobody likes it when you're mean about their nana.
My grandma met a pimp one time, and she didn't really know what a pimp was, but he had like a really big like cross necklace. And so she immediately just walked up to him and started talking about Jesus, because that's like the only subject she knew anything about.
So fucking funny.
This is just like in Orlando, like she was visiting my aunt, and like she's like, I met this really nice gentleman. I think he was a reverend, and my aunt was like, that was a pimp.
His hat was so fancy, he must be a reverend.
We just learned a new thing about my family tree this week. So my grandma, super nice lady. The same side, my great grandma, apparently dirty hoe. Somebody did some more genealogy research on my family, and they had the last name Carter on that side. However, none of their father's last name was actually Carter, and they thought, apparently for some time, that all of the people on that side of my family's last name was Scott. And now they found out that's not entirely true. That apparently it was 3 different fathers for all of the kids.
Oh.
So apparently there's 3 different daddies that it might be on that side.
Now, whenever you say Scott, I know you mentioned Jack Scott stuff before. Was it that same Scott family?
The ones that are related to the ones that own the junkyard. The ones over next to my house that own the junkyard Scotts.
Okay.
I don't know enough about families to know anybody's name.
Yeah.
I know their family name and what business their family owned in the past. That's what I know. No, I don't even know updated versions of this information.
You also talked about pig farmers before too, and
Oh yeah, one side of my family, all pig farmers.
well, one side of my family were pigs. We spell it with an extra G so people wouldn't get too confused.
Oh, that's funny. But no, we weren't farming them. No, it was them little ones they make bacon out of.
You can make bacon out of people.
You probably.
You can make
I've
bacon
never
out of
done it.
people.
I've never heard of anyone doing it. I'm telling you right
Well,
now.
there's another Jeffrey.
You
There's
can
another
make
Jeffrey out
bacon.
there that probably
there's
did.
plenty of Jeffreys that have done plenty of bad stuff.
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein.
But
He probably did it.
None of us do the same bad thing. So whatever all the other Jeffreys have done.
Jeffrey Epstein was making bacon
Yeah.
out of those children,
Oh no!
keeping it in his freezer,
Sometimes that happens.
something like that.
So did
Yeah.
you want us to say
Dahmer.
something official?
That was one of the Jeffreys.
Welcome to Get Roasted's Wake and Bake Morning Show.
With
Wake and
people bacon.
We already got baked. I don't even know if it's morning anymore.
Brought to you by people bacon. People
Yeah,
bacon
people
means
bacon.
2 things. Yeah, people
the
bacon.
other
You
one.
No
can
pig
make
farmers.
bacon out of people, but also you can bacon some people.
Long
You
pig.
can eat. I'm baked right now.
Yeah,
I am also.
we can bacon some
Yeah.
people.
You can eat people or you can get high as a person.
Yep.
Yeah,
You can get high as a person. You can also eat people.
getting
You can
as
get
high as
and
a person.
become a little monster. A fan of Lady Gaga.
Let's go to Waffle House.
Getting as high
Yeah,
as a
let's go
person is
fight
like the
at
amount of
Waffle House.
high I normally get. Go fight at Waffle House.
I'm sorry. I was.
Dude, if we tried to do that as a skit, the
Yeah.
staff would fight us and kick our asses.
Yeah, I could win a lot of fights, but I don't know if
I am not fighting the staff of a Waffle
I'm not
House.
going to say I can
No.
walk into any Waffle House and fight them. I am going to say when I'm at a Waffle House, I think about it. And I size them up and I decide whether I could or not. And I could, sometimes it's just old ladies.
Sometimes.
I can tell you, there's a couple businesses that I wouldn't normally want to just walk in. It'd be like,
Hey.
let's see if I can fight and defeat the staff of this business. But Waffle House is one of the ones I ain't trying it with.
No.
Yeah.
I ain't trying it with bar bouncers. I ain't fucking trying it with Waffle House.
You know who I could take?
I'm not trying it with
You
lumberjacks.
wanna take
If you
him?
take asset protection out of the mix, Walmart. I know that's a lot of people, but I could take them.
It'd be exciting.
Just take
You know,
asset protection probably knows jujitsu or something, but everyone else.
nah, they don't. No, I went to school with asset protection guy.
At a
Oh, the
stack
guy-
of
the
lie.
guy who's there now?
A torn
Oh
stack of
yeah,
lie.
the guy that's in charge of asset protection for our region. One of my classmates from school. I know the motherfucker. I could take Josh. Josh, if you're watching this,
He wants to take you.
we'll schedule a fight, man. No,
No,
He wants to take you.
I've been friends with him for years.
They used to have a pretty bad dude over there who I actually did jujitsu with before, and
Amazing.
We'll look up Josh and send this to him.
Oh, yes, please.
they
That's his real name.
He
Aaron.
ended
That
up
is so
like
funny.
leaving there because he kept getting harassed because he was like Native American or something.
Right on. Happens.
And Walmart hates Indians.
And so instead of
Happen.
instead of there being like a legal thing or anything, they just sent him to Sam's Club.
Yeah. What?
Who's
Isn't that technically a promotion?
No, it wasn't because he was asset protection at Walmart and he was electronics associate at Sam's Club.
Well, I was just thinking. I figure any job at a Sam's Club is a promotion from any job at a Walmart.
I know. I just always thought it was wild.
Because that's
that
like
they
their
just got away
luxury
with that.
brand, right? Like they've moved you up stores to the luxury store.
Right.
It's like if you work at a Old Navy and they moved you to Gap.
Right.
Right. Oh, my
Or now
God.
next they promoted you to Banana
Yeah.
Republic. It's like, oh shit, I moved up. Like,
To the other place.
It's like working at Long John Silver's, then you go work at Red Lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
this is how retail promotion works. I think.
Oh.
It's a lateral.
Not that they all
Horizontal.
pay the same. It's that the nicer
Vertical.
store pays better, but the nicer stores do pay better. I think.
Yeah, because stuff costs more and people make more money there.
Yeah.
I have an eyeball in my hand.
So it kind of does work that way.
It's kind of weird that people will go along with it as well, because it's like, why? Like, you could be a GM in a McDonald's, or you could just be like a host at like a fine dining restaurant and make
And
the same amount of money.
if you know anything, all those stores are getting all their product from the same factory.
Oh yeah,
So what's really happening is you're getting paid more or less depending on how much rent the store costs to rent.
now I'll give you something
Like-
else about
Right.
that.
Because Banana Republic's in the mall, that slot's more expensive than the rent for the strip mall where they got the Old Navy store.
Yeah,
So
fuck
The
it.
reason
That's all it is.
why they can pay fast food workers so little off the amounts they have and everything, the way they get away with it is they convince everyone who works there all the way up through the GM that they're not making any money at the store, because the numbers they show them is you think of inventory, you're buying inventory and then you're selling the product and you're including labor, and those aren't the real numbers, because they also own the factory that the food's coming from, because only McDonald's sells McDonald's patties.
they also
Right.
So there's an amount of money that goes directly to McDonald's that never gets to the store.
they made a whole movie about
But,
this.
yeah,
You
yeah.
picked the best example though.
But like
Fucking dead.
so no, basically everyone who works there just doesn't know math,
Yeah.
yeah.
They don't.
Welcome to Get
I
Roasted,
have an eyeball.
Wake and Bake morning show. Hey,
Should we go live?
Yeah.
yes.
We can. It doesn't. Whatever you want. Live is
we
good.
allowed to
Someone
smoke
said they
live?
watched
No.
that. No. No.
Finish our joint?
Mostly, it's still a little left.
We
You
can
should.
hide it.
It went out, is what happened.
Okay, we'll hide it and go live.
But you can't smoke it live on Facebook. You can live.
When you hit it, cover
It's odd because there's rules about it that are different depending on which platform.
the envelope.
I mean, technically, you could just show me while you guys are hitting it.
It's funny because it depends on. It
Oh,
totally
so
depends
close.
on the platform.
I'm sorry,
You
guys.
can smoke weed live on YouTube. You can't smoke weed live on Facebook. You can smoke weed live on Twitch. I think like the rules are different
Okay.
depending on which person's network it is.
Right.
So like you, and then we could just say that this is tobacco repeatedly, and then it probably becomes okay on Facebook. I don't know why it wouldn't actually, but we would have to just repeatedly lie and just.
No, I don't think I see people smoking cigarettes on Facebook.
Can we see Sinbad just fine?
Do they ban all smoking on Facebook? I can
Probably.
ask this AI and find out if that's a
Provable.
fact or not. But I don't know if they do or not. They might.
AI and find out. Ask an AI, will you tell me, please? Tell me, will you?
Yeah.
We'll check in. I'm going to check and see if it does.
We're only gonna boil like a fraction of a lake to find out.
I fuck lakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stick to rivers and
Streams.
waterfalls.
That we're
My
used to.
vagina inside of
Streams.
lakes.
Stick to the river.
Right.
Don't go eating apples. Who brought
Yeah.
the apples?
Oh, apple.
did.
Thank you.
You brought apples.
Brought you guys apples.
Oh
and
my
water.
god.
I was just trying to figure out if you was just like trying to fuck
Apples
with us
and
about
what?
our teeth
So
or what.
much.
There was something else that we got.
This is so great.
No, here's the rules. It says that we are generally allowed to smoke a cigarette or use a vape on a Facebook live stream, provided we're an adult and the stream
Okay.
is not commercial in nature. You just have to, the whole time, you have to be very specific that it is tobacco. This is tobacco the whole time. You can't be like,
This is tobacco, and we don't make money.
we
Tobacco.
don't watch this, children, because we don't like you.
We don't like you, children. I love children,
Specifically-
but we don't want you to watch this.
No, we don't like kids here.
Yeah.
Don't watch this show.
Don't
You're not
watch
allowed to watch
You're
this
not
show.
allowed to
You're
watch
not
this if
allowed-
you're a minor.
You're not
You know
allowed
what's
to watch.
fucked up is that always made me want to watch things when I was a minor.
Yeah, that's how the DARE program would work.
Yeah. On tobacco. You're
Yeah,
allowed.
I am buzzed on tobacco. I wouldn't say that I'm like stoned on tobacco right now.
I'm a yogi, so I'm
not
high on
minors.
life.
Not
Yeah.
tobacco for minors.
Not for my tobacco specifically for adults.
tobacco
only.
for adults only.
adults. Tobacco for adults that gets you high,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but not weed.
Not
Yes.
weed. Because you can't smoke
is
that or
tobacco.
talk about
Yeah.
smoking that on a live stream or try to sell that on a live stream.
This is
Yeah.
tobacco.
Is that tobacco?
This is tobacco.
It looks like tobacco to me.
This is tobacco.
That
I
is
believe it's
tobacco.
tobacco.
That's for real tobacco.
This is for real
for
tobacco.
some reason.
I think it's cloves.
Because I'm
It's
a
like
child.
clove.
It is.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's not tobacco.
I'm a child.
Yeah.
I like to hold it and smell it, and
In Tennessee, that's
like a dog.
cigarettes for
child.
children.
I know.
Is what cloves
I
are.
smoked this when I was a child.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I smoked it.
No,
few years
not for
ago.
children.
No, hold that.
None of this is for children. Yeah.
We were so close to get
I want weed patches. Is that a thing?
I think
Not
so.
to like, get off of it. I just
the
want
transdermal patch.
Yeah, I want some dermal weed patches. Slap them on like I'm,
I don't think it
a cooler
exists.
version of Bane.
Sadly, I don't think it exists because
friend.
it's not a strong. It's just not a strong enough drug to get in through your skin like a real drug.
Molded.
It's not. It's not nicotine. It's not. It's not alcohol. They couldn't let it soak in through your skin.
I bet they could put a little needle in it.
Oh,
Straight to the bloodstream.
I saw some of those the other day, and I couldn't figure that out myself. I saw some little THC syringes, and I laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed when I saw those.
THC syringe.
They were for refilling something else.
But someone's going to try it.
But when I looked at it, they were actually for refilling other things.
Okay.
They were actually for good things for the environment.
Yeah, not for like putting stuff between your
But
toes.
when I saw that, I was like, I ain't ever shot up THC before, but I don't want to. But also,
Am I enough of a pothead to get track marks?
No. That's why there are none. Because the answer is it's not our vibe.
It
I
made me
might
think about.
be.
It's not.
It made me really consider a lot of things about myself in those moments because I looked at it and I was like, would I? I don't think it's supposed to be used that way.
If that was like the only legal way to do it, like they made some weird law.
No, the way it went in my brain was, would I do that? No, it's not. That's not supposed to be used that way. But in my head, I did question whether or not I would do it first. And I was like, no. But no, that's not what that's for. Like,
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Has
Now I'm
anyone
sitting at
anyone
great.
taken their
This is
aunt to the weed bar after they, their whole life said, well, if it was legal, I'd be perfectly fine with it. I'd try it.
Right?
ooh.
Has anyone actually held anyone to that yet? Because
No,
I tried it with my family and it didn't work, but then she brought me a bag of weed. Like a bag of it. So it's like
Like as a
okay.
consolation prize?
Yeah, as a consolation prize. She's like, I won't
It's
smoke
like,
it
well,
with you,
I
but
admit,
Well,
you
okay.
won.
Yeah, I was
Here's
like-
a bag of.
yeah, I think he committed a felony. I think he committed a felony just now. My
They are
New Year's
those
Eve
kinds.
stories are just like, and then my friends brought me a cake because New Year's Day is my birthday.
And then my friend brought me a cake.
Mine are
You don't
great.
have like a crazy birthday story for you.
No. Oh no, yeah, no, I got one. One time there was a murder in my house, and it was a
What?
murder mystery. Yeah,
Oh, I thought you meant a
but
real
no,
killer.
it was a
I
real
was like,
murder.
wait, oh really?
No, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
he didn't
That's what I
kill
thought you
anybody at
meant.
the party.
Okay.
So
Okay.
So we were having a party in those townhouse like sort apartments over in Cookville, and we were like at an end apartment, and the people next to us didn't live there, so we figured we could be as loud as we want, and we started having a block party and inviting the whole neighborhood over for New Year's Eve and my birthday.
Okay.
And a bunch of people showed up at like 11:30, and out of everyone there was only one black guy at the entire party. And then all of a sudden, maybe 10 minutes after he shows up, we get raided by the Cookville PD. And they just came up to the front door.
Well, they
and
heard he was there.
They said it was a noise complaint. But then as soon as someone opened the door, they tackled her, ran through, pushed me over. I almost got up and swung at one of them because I thought someone at my own party had knocked me over. And then they ran out the back door, and they come back in, and they realized that at no point during this raid did they see the guy. Now I don't remember his name. We'll say it was D. It was something. It was either E or D.
It was
It's something like that. But they told us that he was on TBI's Most Wanted. That he had murdered several people. Was like a big time drug dealer or something.
Bubba,
and
no.
was hiding out in Cookville. And we invited him to our party. And we had to and we did not give the police any of the photos we took with him. We didn't help them at all.
Ow.
You would not necessarily want to involve yourself at that point.
We didn't know at that time who he was, or we learned about like how infamous he was after the fact. He was a really cool dude, though.
That's great.
He had like a gold grill, and we have a bunch of photos together of us doing shots.
Oh my
He brought some
God.
Hennessy.
Really cool guy.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
a really.
no.
It was probably my favorite birthday, but yeah, like the one of the cops was talking about how John Smith was like the first Green Lantern, and we were like, no, that doesn't fact check. And then we got an
Wait.
argument with the cop about like nerd stuff, and so I really don't remember what happened, if the guy got arrested or what. The guy got away, and the cops went upstairs to search for him, and then they came back downstairs and didn't say anything to us. They didn't say whether they saw anything up there or not, because at the time Nick and I were we were living together. We were so poor that we both lived on blankets on the floor.
Right on.
And we were there, no clothes in the closet. There was maybe like a tube television in each room.
That's
Like
the most important thing.
Yeah, like something to plug like a Nintendo, and like it was.
Yes.
There was nothing there, and like maybe there was like a weed pipe or something, and they didn't.
So funny.
They didn't care. It's like if all that's in the apartment is a weed pipe and a blanket, they're not gonna
least
write the
once-
ticket or whatever that would have been.
Gonna let go.
Um,
That's good.
but yeah, the guy was a murderer, but he was a fun time, so
God.
I kind of get it. I don't know. I think some people should get away with murder.
You didn't murder kids,
Some
right?
people probably
No.
should get away with murder.
Yeah,
Did
some
murder
people.
kids?
I won't say who.
Well,
You can-
which kids?
Come up with your own.
They are psychopath
Yeah.
children.
We do not sell anything
we
to
give them a
kids,
chance.
even hitmen.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
We don't sell anything to kids.
We don't sell anything to kids.
None of this is for children.
We
No,
don't sell
no,
children
we
to
don't
children.
like
We don't sell
kids.
kids to children.
None of this is for children.
Shut your mouth.
Here, get roasted. We don't even like
Not
your
for a
kids.
child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is not for. This is sometimes for
Fuck
a
them
child,
kids.
but it's not for your
No,
child.
I used to work at a bar that during the day was all ages because it had like an arcade. Parents would just drop their kids off at this barcade, like we were their babysitter.
Mike, is it okay? I bumped it.
That's not a dirty joke. She likes
I try to do
Transformers.
this-
What are you talking about? Oh, it's not a dirty joke at all. Just
Happiness,
because an adult
happiness.
enjoys toys does not mean it's a dirty joke.
Yeah.
This is a toy, and I'm enjoying it right
I'm
now.
enjoying this
Yeah.
toy. I've
This is
enjoyed
a
other
toy,
toys.
and I'm gonna put it in my butt.
Honestly, this probably has been in people's. Not this one, but I mean, look at spikes. I mean, it is. That's ribbed. This is spikes. What is yours? Oh no, Brooke! Brooks is the best for the act.
Yeah.
When she
that's
does
a
come,
Polish
she's
tick-
going to bring you a
tickler.
Happy Meal.
Oh no, there's a mother. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm a comic. I'm
That's
sorry,
why.
ma'am.
That's why I had to interject that right there. Yeah, she said she's going to bring you a Happy Meal when she comes.
Sorry,
That's,
ma'am. I apologize. I have a problem. It's called being a comic, and I apologize. The problem.
So she was definitely.
Why
Jesus
aren't there sex
Christ.
toys in meals for adults, you know? And
Well,
why wouldn't that be a Happy Meal?
I think there probably have
I think
been. You know,
that's
they
a
used to be
great
illegal.
cross-marketing situation.
Well, they used to be illegal.
Oh, that's true.
So it probably were transferred in meals of happiness.
That Taco
At
Bell
times.
should do the late night adult Happy Meal.
Yeah, Taco Bell late night adult Happy Meal get you a dildo in your
Left and back.
in your Bell Grande.
Burrito?
Allie on her said her New
Wrap
Year's
it up.
plans is that she's going to stop procrastinating, and then she's got a test that she has at 2:00 or so, or the two tests she has tomorrow, and she hasn't studied for either of them yet.
Okay. Well, that's a lame story.
Oh, wait, hold on. Tell it to me again.
Someone tell a good story.
I can tell you what to do.
It's a story about how she had a New Year's resolution and she didn't follow it. But that's
Allie?
what most people with New Year's resolutions do.
Well, yeah, that's what
Do
you're supposed
this.
to do is make something crazy.
Yeah, here's something I'm not going to do next year. That's what New Year's resolutions are.
What are the topics and how adept are you at them? Because this is doable. You can do this. Or tomorrow, I believe in you. But don't kidnap someone. Don't do what I'm about to say. But if you were going to do what I'm going to say,
But
don't
if you
kidnap.
did kidnap
If
someone,
you did kidnap somebody, don't do
Kidnap
it.
your professor.
Well, that would solve a lot of problems. But just
Then there won't be a test.
No, it won't be a test. And
You'll
just
all
like
get an A. Kidnap your professor.
don't do anything we're saying. But if
Yeah.
you were, and then
don't call a bomb threat.
Don't wear a black
fire
trench
alarm.
coat.
Oh, yeah.
And then
That's illegal,
teach them
and you
your
shouldn't do it.
notes.
Don't
from
wear
your
AI
brains,
glasses to give
You'll
you
get
the
it.
answers.
and then release them if you'd like. But
Those
everything
are
will
a
be
great
fine
idea
if
for
you do it.
classes now.
I just solved her problems.
Hmm.
You're
Wait,
welcome.
are you wearing AI
Don't do it.
glasses? Are you AIing me right now?
I found these inside of a bench, so no.
So they could be.
No.
What if they are? You just didn't turn them on, right?
They're, hold on, this was...
Hold on, blink weird. See if it'll do something.
That's where the AI lives now, is inside public park benches.
No, it's before AI.
Oh no, I got AI on my glasses.
It was like 12 years ago.
Success strategies and a business calculator.
Uh-oh.
It was like 11 years ago.
Success strategies with a business calculator. The number one success strategy that I can give you for a business calculator is most of them have a memory function where you can store all the notes to cheat on your test.
Yeah.
We have good advice.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you, that's what I would do for my success strategy with the business calculator is I would cheat on your test with it.
You know
She
how
said
I
she's a
always
lame
cheated?
person that spent New Year's at Roasted, just like you, Jeff.
Yeah. Oh, I left early. I left before she did, I think. No, she left before I did.
Yeah, might have been there. Oh,
I spent New Year's at home in my bed because I'm old and I was still getting over being sick.
I was still getting over being sick from the same thing.
Yeah.
I had to rest up, and then I had a really fun,
Nah,
very
she
late
said my
interview.
cheating idea does help. So
Yeah. The way I used to always cheat is I would read all the materials and just remember it.
That's what I'm saying.
And then
Yeah,
I go to the test, and it's like everyone's like asking these questions, like, cheat.
I read it.
And I read it.
it's so hard. It's so much
We have an
harder
memory,
to
don't we?
cheat that way than it is to
but
cheat
then I went
the
to
other way.
college, and then they teach stuff, and then give a test on none of that.
Yeah, that was my not favorite classes.
Yeah.
That's how my college went too. Yeah, I remember that.
And so that was the point where I really should have just done that and just read the materials, but I didn't even buy the books because I didn't know what a syllabus was. And then I dropped out once I found out 2 months in.
The syllabus.
I do miss college sometimes. I would not do as well now. I'd be like, you want me to do what? No, I'm going to rest.
I mean, yeah,
eat
I'm
a
gonna not
sandwich
do
and have
that.
sex, and then I'll be back after rehearsal, perhaps.
Oh,
This is
Pam
stupid.
asked if we're high or just happy. And let me assure you, Pam, not any of us are high. We're all just happy.
This is a cigarette.
Excuse me, I'm not happy, and I'm a little high.
Except for Jeff, who is not ever happy.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm a very unhappy
I
person.
practice Eastern mysticism, so that's why I seem high. No other reason at all. And I'm smoking a cigarette, except I'm not because I'm a child. But I'm not. I'm an adult.
So to be clear, I'm the only person. I'm not that happy. I'm a little happy. So
I'm happy.
yeah, we're all just happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
For sure, happy.
I'm happy.
Why?
I like to be happy.
Is this a good time to transition to the
I
news?
like to be happy.
The war in Afghanistan.
No. I wanted to be happy, but now we got to talk about the news.
Now the most unhappy of us will make us all unhappy.
So,
We?
The V place.
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Oh, I thought he was telling us not to say vagina.
No, we attacked that country.
Yeah, Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan, war with Afghanistan 2.0.
How do we feel
Redux.
about another war for oil?
Well, you know, what was great about the war with Afghanistan is they also had heroin.
They actually did have drugs.
Who has the loot?
They had actual drugs, and we never
Gird
even
your
brought that up
loins.
for some reason. That was weird, huh?
Oh no! If you don't remember from the war in Afghanistan, we guarded the fields of poppies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We sent our troops out to make sure that nothing
Yeah.
bad happened to the drugs in the fields.
Well, because we already lost the war on drugs, and we didn't want to chance that with Afghanistan.
Drugs did win the war long ago. Drugs won the war on drugs so long
Yeah.
ago.
Well, they had the secret covert op with Dare that really turned the tides.
On drugs?
That was
when drugs won for sure.
Yeah. Dare was the last nail in the
DARE was a federal program to advertise drugs to school children.
It's 100%
Take
what
your
it was.
fingerprints.
They sent police out to our school and they were like, here's the name of every drug and here's how it will make you feel and here's where the guy sells it in your town.
Here's
Make a
how
lot
to
of
do it.
promises.
Here's how you use it.
Here's how you can taste whether it's real
small
Coke or
child
not.
Here's the kind of soil you can grow your plants in.
Try not to die.
Like, huh? And then they were like,
Bye,
and don't
kids.
do any of that, kids. And it's like, what was this program for? And they had it in middle
Nancy.
school. They had an after-school program in middle school where they would tell us about drugs. Then you just got to play basketball, and they gave you free
Yeah.
food. And so, like, a bunch of kids would show up to that. It was the same exact game. It was
Did you
just,
ever have a kid in your class ask the cop if he ever killed anybody?
Probably. I can't remember now.
That was my favorite question to ask the cop.
I feel like someone always did.
You have a gun, so you ever kill anybody?
Killing that guy.
at my school, I was the kid.
I wanted to a lot, but I haven't
Because
yet.
either the answer is yes, and they can't talk about it.
Oh,
Or
the
the
cop
answer
at
is-
my school hadn't ever killed anybody,
Right.
and I know the answer would have been no. So it would have been way more boring. It would have just been Tracy Denton, who was the DARE officer at the time, just been like, "Nah, I never even had to pull my gun." That would be literally, oh Lord.
I hate that they got my goddamn fingerprints.
Our guy in Cookville looked like George W.
They
Bush.
change.
And he spoke like him too, and it was a lot of fun. That was the most fun dare ever was.
Good.
Full disclosure, I have family members that were actually law enforcement members and still are right now.
Mm-hmm.
But my great grandfather was the sheriff in Spencer or Van Buren County.
I know Spencer.
And my grandfather was a deputy, but I have asked my own grandfather well, did you ever shoot anyone as a kid? Like I did that
Yeah.
with my own, but he had a story, but it was never, he's like, well, I never had to pull my gun. But then he was just like, but there were these drunks. And then he got into these stories about beating drunks up with like,
Wooden
with his hand
batons.
and one time hitting a drunk guy's face into a tree repeatedly.
Oh my god.
And I was like, Jesus, you're just beating the hell out of him. He was like, well, that's just how it was back then. I was like,
Yeah.
Break a face unless you
I guess
need
it was, but damn. But he never shot anybody. He just whipped a few people's ass real bad.
I'd say that's more
And
than an ass
I don't
whooping.
think my cousin that's the state trooper now has ever shot anybody either, because it would have been in the papers or something if he had. He has not been on the list of people so far that have given out DUIs to sober people. So A+ job to my cousin that hasn't given any DUIs to any sober people yet. I hope he can continue his record of not getting caught doing that. Good job. That's terrible.
The war in Afghanistan.
But the war in Afghanistan, how is it? When we went over there, we didn't even snatch up bin Laden.
They knew where he was.
Yeah, they could have brought
It
him
took
back.
years
They could
later.
have brought him back and
Just
put him on
waiting.
trial.
Could have brought him back and put him on trial.
Just wasn't time yet.
But for some reason or another, they couldn't find him for years later, and then they just dropped him into the ocean. He's still living in some Saudi Arabian castle somewhere.
Who knows?
He's a member of the royal family in Saudi Arabia.
He's chilling with Elvis and
He's still alive. Bin Laden's not even dead. He's alive right now.
I forget stuff.
Yeah.
Say, quit talking about my brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law.
Oh Lord.
No, continue. You can talk about Osama.
Osama.
Was Jeff in Afghanistan? I want you to look at Jeff. Look him up and down. How much marching you think Jeff does?
Please don't call an ambulance if
I'm shaped like a person who could have been
You
in
are
the
shaped
military.
like a person. You are
I'm shaped like a person who was in did 4 years.
You are shaped like a person who was in boot camp and then had an episode with the drill sergeant in the bathroom. You are shaped like someone who went to basic training. You asked your uncle about Vietnam and he never told you about the battles, only about the hookers. That makes sense, Skylo. That seems like something your uncle would talk to you about, is just hookers.
Can I read one?
Can you read? Yeah, there was Jeff in Afghanistan was my favorite one.
I'm on a natural high. Happy is debatable.
We had a conversation driving up here about how
Call
we
yourself 2
would
feet.
all easily become OnlyFans models if we had massive honkers, you know.
Well, you do.
Well, no, these
I'm
aren't
like,
massive. These
what?
are only like
Cojones,
C
maybe, but
cups.
I don't have good titties at
I
all.
just don't have
Yeah.
cojones.
I've got
Chinese.
those, but I don't have the titties.
I've got regular size those
I
too.
don't have
Everything's
the
just
cheekies. I have
normal
the
size.
cojones.
You gotta have something exceptionally large, I think.
Is there a lane in OnlyFans for just old balls?
Larger than what I have.
Old balls OnlyFans?
Just old balls.
No,
That's
I
what
think
I've
it's
got.
young balls. I think it's young balls.
I got old balls.
I think it's like 18 to
balls.
25-year-old balls that are really the money makers on there.
Get a foot tattoo on live. No. Not me.
Not you.
This Allie wants somebody
Yeah.
to get a
Yeah,
tattoo.
why won't you do it?
Because it would hurt.
I need a tattoo of my profile
Close to
picture.
the bone.
Get a oh Jesus! I could get
That's
a
very
Steve-O
close to the
style.
bone.
Steve-O has that tattoo already, Allie. Where Steve-O got a picture of himself on his own back.
Yeah.
He's gonna get boobs too.
But my back is already full of tattoos, so I wouldn't have any space on there. Or unless I put my profile picture just in the center of the tattoo that's already in my back, that would be kind of funny to have just a picture of my own
I do
face.
need more tattoos.
I want a tattoo. I'm just too fickle.
I need more tattoos.
I know what I like. Probably I just don't know where to put it. But I know the foot would hurt because it's close to the bone. Wouldn't it be
Yeah.
awful?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No?
I don't know how sensitive the top of my foot is.
I've never
I've
had
had a lot
one.
of ankle injuries. There's a lot of numbness there.
None of my
Yeah, my
tattoos
left
ever hurt.
No.
I
Really?
always thought they were going to hurt, and then they would start doing the tattoo, and it didn't really hurt at all, except for the one on my back.
Yeah.
But the one on my back hurt when they got to the fourth color.
Oh.
Yeah, not
And I did it in one
Brooks'
day.
foot.
So it was the
Yeah.
fourth time going over the same skin in one day with the needle. That last pass was pretty rough. That hurt.
Yeah.
But before that, it was like the first time over wasn't bad at all. It was the fourth one where it was like, this is kind of, it was 6 hours in, it started to suck.
Yeah.
But I did a back piece in one day,
Okay.
like a crazy person.
That's pretty.
Like that,
That's pretty
the
intense.
fourth level of it was not,
not
fun. It was the
exactly,
fourth one. But the feet do have a lot of nerve endings, so they might be more sensitive than your back or something.
They are. The closer to your hand on your arm, the worse it hurts too. Like whenever I
More
did
nerve
this,
endings.
the tip of the lightning bolt, like that last couple centimeters, was horrendous, and that's like the smallest bit of the tattoo.
Well,
On that one? Mm-hmm. Ouch.
it's the kind of punishment you get for getting a lightning bolt tattoo.
Yeah, I would. No one told me that white supremacist groups also use a lot of lightning bolts.
As long as it doesn't say SS right
No.
next to it.
Well, no, it's
Lord.
the Elvis thing that says TCB, but Texas Aryan Brotherhood
Taken care of.
is the TAB,
Stuff.
and they do it around 2 lightning bolts in the same pattern, which of course I also didn't know when I got the tattoo, and I also
I
didn't
totally
know
believe that you didn't know.
Every time I've been at a bus stop or station, and a guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, brother."
Oh no.
Hey,
How you doing,
brother.
Oh no.
No.
They don't. The thing is, it doesn't matter that the letters are different because they're already different from any of those. They're illiterate people.
Illiterate.
They can't even notice there's only
no.
one lightning bolt, not 2 of them.
They don't know. They don't know letters or numbers
No,
or any of that
I
complicated
was
shit.
on the bus one time, and I had a couple of young guys harassing me because of my tattoo, and I didn't really. That was kind of the day that I learned that it could be an issue. And there was this old man on the bus, and I'm the only white person on the bus. I'll put it that way. And this old man was on the bus, and he goes, "Hey, you kids need to stop messing with him. That's the Memphis Mafia." And what he was telling the kids was that's not like a white supremacy group. That's just a guy who's an Elvis fan. But what the kids heard was, "Oh no, this guy belongs to a gang," and they left me alone.
That came in handy.
Lord, if they talk to you too long, they're going to get suspicious, though.
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't take long talking to me.
Well, those
Yeah,
guys
get
to
are
it
realize
out.
that I'm not
They're
gang
they're not real
affiliated.
bright. They're not real bright, and they'd be like, "He's too smart for this. Like, what's going on right there? There ain't no way he's one of us."
Should I shake this?
Jesus Lord. One of those guys, if their kids memorizes all their numbers in order and gets the whole alphabet from A to Z all in order, they're like, "Oh my God, he must have autism."
Shake it.
Huh?
Should I shake this?
You already have.
Yeah, I am.
You're
You're
currently
like, should I
shaking it.
shake this while you're shaking it?
Should I
Like,
shake this?
should I shake this? Like, you're shaking it right now. Yeah, that was what was going to happen. You shook it. What did you fucking think was going to happen?
It was a no shaker. That was a no shaker.
Jesus Christ.
Should I shake this?
Shit, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Vegas.
I got this.
Feet hurt.
I got this. I got this.
You got
this.
you got it all over your hand. That's what you got.
Don't judge me. Oh no, I moved the chair.
You're sticky now.
Yeah.
The chair. I don't know where to be.
No, you're fine.
Hands me food, I just take it.
I just like that. I do.
You didn't look what it was.
I love it.
yeah.
Like, yeah, it's got
Drinks,
chocolate in it, yes.
Drugs, I don't care.
Got an apple.
You can't Jeffrey a Jeffrey.
You can't tell me
Can't
what
trick
to
him.
do.
He can't trick me. I would have smoked it anyway.
Exactly. I
So,
would have smoked it anyway.
Back to the serious topics. This war with Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Why do we keep trying to take over the desert?
Well, we got this addiction to oil. I guzzle it daily.
They didn't even
48
have any
ounces of
fentanyl
it.
over there. That was the fun. They arrested their president. There's a whole indictment. And you know what it doesn't
Well,
mention
everyone
once?
knows all the good
Fucking
fent
fentanyl.
comes from China.
That's everybody knows. The good fentanyl is coming
And the
from
bad.
China, and it's getting off the container ships in Mexico, and then they're running it over the border there. It's not in Venezuela. You know how far that is? Of course you don't, because you're an American and we
Yeah.
suck at geography. You have no idea. Think about it right now. Think in your mind. Where's Venezuela? You don't know. You don't know at all. That's
Said the
because
bee.
you're from the United States of America, and we don't learn where other countries are. The only ones that we can point out on a map are Canada and Mexico.
I'm Brooke.
Yeah, most of Venezuelans I know like didn't even get to go to college on a minority scholarship or anything like that because they're white. And you wouldn't know that they were Venezuelan if you spoke to them.
You hand an American a map, and you're like, point out France to me,
Yeah.
and they're like, and it's like, that's Spain. Like, that's exactly what's gonna.
Right.
Like, that's how good we are at geography. Like, they can sometimes point out England, but sometimes they mess up and they just point out Greenland instead. Like, because they're like, that looks about right. I think somewhere over there. And you're like, where's Germany? That's Italy. Like, it's like, that's how good we are at things.
They know which one Italy is. That's the boot.
Sometimes
People know the boot.
people do know it's shaped like a boot. That's about the only thing that they remember.
I learned geography from video games. As
Well,
I learned pretty
that's
much
valid.
everything else I've learned.
I think
Yeah.
that's a
Well,
totally
I'm
valid
really
thing.
thankful for the Sims or I wouldn't wash myself. That's an
good.
important one. That's one of the 6 main things you got to do.
The Sims is where I learned that you can. The Sims is where I learned that if you've got a family member you don't like, you can just delete the ladder on the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to delete my brother's ladder a couple times.
Don't delete your brother's ladder. kids.
Donald Trump.
That's good.
Donald Trump football.
Oh, dear.
Are you ready
forgot
for some football?
I forgot about Big B. If I make Donald Trump football shirt, actually, we should make at least one Donald Trump football shirt just for when Big B comes on the show, so that we can give him the shirt, so that we can watch him not remember having ever said that before, and
Yeah.
then we can explain to Big B how in the past one time he accidentally didn't know what DTF meant. And suggested we make a league called Donald Trump Football and have to tell him the entire story again. Because that's what'll happen.
That's what'll happen.
Because Big B will have absolutely no idea what in the name of God we're talking about. I've explained to him now 2 or 3 times what podcasting is. Because he's concerned, like he's like worried about coming here. And he was like, what do we do if nobody can think of anything to talk about? And I was like, Big B, that's not a you problem.
That's not a you problem, Big
Like,
B.
you ain't got to worry
You
about
don't
that,
have
man.
that problem, buddy.
Yeah, one of
You're-
you never had something to say.
Big B, the other day,
That's not so concerned.
he was
for
telling
you.
me the other day that he was thinking about maybe possibly wanting to do stand-up comedy. And then he was like, but like, if you're going to start doing stand-up comedy, you got to go, like, you want to do it at least like once a week or once a month or once every 90 days and once every this. And I'm like, Big B, first, you want to do it once.
Yeah.
One time. Man, you are trying to figure out a problem or solve a problem that you don't have to worry about yet. Like, you're just... Why are you worried about your performance schedule when you've never done it once? What are you trying to talk to me about right now? And he was like, oh, yeah, I guess I see what you're talking about. Like, yeah, I probably should do it one
He's
time.
assuming that he would be really good at it.
Like, you should do it once first, just one time. Just do it the one time, and then.
Yeah. Ellie said I had to explain to him what a queef was live while we were playing Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, did you have to explain it again?
It's funny.
Because I saw the first time it had to be explained to Big B what the word queef meant.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, you were there for that.
I was there.
for
Oh my
that.
God!
I
Oh my
thought that I
God!
was
He
upset
had no
about queef.
idea.
I was not upset about queef. I
He-
was very, very.
Oh no! This was
elevated.
Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, this was a different time?
He had to read the word queef, and then he was like, "What's that?"
Oh no!
During Cards Against Humanity, and
Very
then
special fart.
Jeff
Yeah.
explained what a queef, like detailed out. That's what that was, and he's like, "Oh, I had never heard that before." And we're like, "We totally
Special
believe
fart.
you, Big B."
Well,
Totally
he probably
believe
didn't
that
have his
you-
hearing aid in.
He's not. Yeah, he probably didn't have his hearing aid.
I got some really.
That's what.
Shake this.
Can you shake it?
Should I shake it?
You can shake anything.
Shake
Should
it.
I shake it?
You should, yes.
Should you shake it is a different.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm looking to see if it says if you should shake it.
I
or
don't
not.
think I should.
Does it say
I'll
shake
shake
it
it.
before opening? Because sometimes it
Don't
says
shake. Don't do it. No.
it says
I don't want to shake
enjoy
it.
chilled, refrigerate after opening.
How many
Don't
drinks do you have
fucking shake
open?
it. Well, this one's
I think
done.
I'm gonna
Oh, that
shake
one's
it either
done,
way.
okay.
I think I'm gonna shake it.
No. Get it out of your
But it
hand.
doesn't say. Hold on. Does it say?
No!
No, it says it. It says it right here. No. Look.
Shake gently, crack.
Gently.
Gently. Lightly.
Gently.
Okay.
The gentle shake. This is the gentle. I didn't shake it hard. I just shook it gently, like it's.
But it was over a period of a time that was long.
But then it says crack slowly.
We're gonna do it over this
hold on.
trash can next to this very
Here's the
expensive
gentles.
microphone.
The gentle shakes. And
No,
then
you shook it. No.
you got to do it really slowly.
God damn it! I want to do it. I want to do it.
You can overpower him. He's not that strong.
It didn't make
I
a mess.
wanna
I
do
already
it
did it. It's
over
not going to
trash
make a mess now.
Overpower
I already
him
fixed
over
it.
the
It's not
trash
going to make a
can.
mess.
No.
See? I already fixed it.
believe you. Thank you,
It
bro.
says crack slowly.
I fixed it.
Thank you.
Crack
Did you want
slowly.
to try it?
And I will say that 45-year-olds are experts at crack slowly.
Crack.
That's
Slowly.
can't do it quickly.
In your 40s. I have moved
It'll
the
hurt my
microphone.
back.
I have moved
You can do
myself.
crack quickly.
It'll hurt my back at this age. I can't do crack quickly. Stan?
It seems like the worst people in the world are always named Jeffrey. You know? Like there's the Epstein guy, there's the
Yeah, I know some
Dahmer
guy,
guy.
Jeff.
And then you.
Yeah.
But your name
and
is
me.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them
Well-
was.
It's
Well,
different.
they took the other things, the worst things. So I'm not eating black women or any. I don't even like kids.
Wait.
I don't even like him to hurt him.
I thought Jeffrey
I don't
Epstein
even like
was
him enough to hurt
eating
kids.
like
No, Dahmer.
oh wait, yeah, I'm mixing them up, right?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Jeffrey Epstein was eating Asian boys.
I think Epstein probably ate children, though. Really,
Oh
let's
yeah,
be
he
honest.
probably. Yeah, he
I
probably
really
ate
think he
children at
ate some
point.
kids to based on some of the polls.
Didn't Jeffrey Epstein commit suicide by being sodomized by a mop?
What? Oh,
Wait, that was Dahmer.
That was Dahmer.
Damn
Again.
it. I can't ever remember which one it is.
oh.
It's almost
Something
like they're
like
the same
that.
person.
That took a crazy turn. You know?
But Jeffrey Dahmer is the
Yes.
one that was friends with Bill Clinton and they were blowing him in the hot tub. That was Jeffrey Dahmer?
Skylo said that
Oh, no.
Epstein raised the Island Boys.
It makes a lot of
the
sense.
Island
I heard
Boys.
that actually.
Epstein ate the Island
Maybe.
Boys because they tasted like coconut.
Oh no. It's such a problem, I hear. In some places. Well, if
Which
no
one of
one.
them owns?
But I can't
Epstein
share
that owned
mine.
Amazon.
Who?
Jeffrey Epstein? Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
I said
That's
Bozos.
a
There you
different
go.
one. That's a different Jeff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not the same one. But he could probably get you children in 2 days with
Did
the
you
membership.
hear about Rainbow Six? What happened with Rainbow Six?
Rainbow
Who's
Six,
that?
Yeah,
the game?
yeah.
No.
So it has like online gameplay. There's like they had like a new game in the series or something, and some
Siege,
hackers.
I think.
Shut it down. They got everyone banned with a custom message saying that they discovered that the guy who started Rainbow Six was on the Epstein list. And they said, of course, also with our president.
Actually, that may be true.
Yeah, that's probably.
Rainbow Six is a Clancy thing, right? Mm-hmm. Isn't he the one that wrote that? That may be a real thing also, but I bet they're talking about Clancy, and Clancy may have fucking been at Epstein Island.
We could look it up right now.
Tom
It's like a new story.
Hold on, let's see.
I left for a minute.
But yeah, no, the game network, the whole thing got hacked.
Let me see.
People were buying credits with real money. They sent billions of credits to everybody. And then,
Google's AI right here says
people got auto banned from the game.
There is no credible evidence linking Tom Clancy to Jeffrey Epstein's island, which makes me believe definitely there, but it was a secret ops mission, and the Rainbow Six guys have stolen the footage or something else.
Yeah, you don't want the guy who writes the Rainbow Six stuff to. You can't let him going around letting people know the big thing that's going on.
But in context, Tom Hanks was there, not Tom Clancy.
He lives in Greece.
So Forrest was there.
Bubba, no!
Bubba, no!
Bubba, no!
Well, that was the Bubba they were talking about.
You know what I like about a box of chocolates?
All of them.
You know what I like about a box of chocolates?
Yeah.
What?
They keep getting older, but I stay the same age. They keep getting older, but they stay the same
He was there
age.
for the old men.
No.
Oh, Lord, this is terrible. But yeah, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks was there, it says, but not Tom Clancy. Oh, God.
No, I don't think it was the book writer. I think it was the guy who actually ran the video game stuff.
Oh! I don't know who ran the video game. Not Tom Clancy.
No.
His name was on the boxes for it back in the day, but nobody knows who he is anymore. Kind of like John Madden football. Like, eventually, no one's going to remember who in the shit John Madden was. So, like, they'll have to be like, they're going to rebrand it something. It just hasn't happened yet. At this point, everybody's just pretending they remember who that guy was. Young kids don't know.
Do you guys want to?
Yep.
Us.
Just me. Just me. So I'm going to go ahead and point out what you're doing right now, just if you haven't realized it, but you're holding up a picture of 9/11. And now you are personally, out of your mouth and hand, providing the smoke effects for the special effects for the burning building on 9/11. Now you're asking me to participate in burning down the World Trade Center.
That looks good. That looks really good. It looks good.
That is
I need. Oh no!
that is now apparently what we're doing on the live.
Jeff, I need you to come back here so that we all have done the same thing.
As we are smoking tobacco and making it look as if we are burning down the World Trade Center.
We all need to be culpable here.
We're not doing anything wrong.
No. We're not doing anything wrong. We're not doing anything wrong. Wait.
Just Jesus in the World Trade Center.
I want Jesus back. I want Jesus back. Please bring me Jesus back.
This is all about finding the Lord.
I want to find him. Please help me find Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
We found him.
Hi, Jesus.
He was missing for a while, but we
This is
tracked
a
him back
play.
down.
Did I ever tell you guys about the first BJ I ever gave?
Okay, we're gonna have to get out.
Oh, that means bi-coastal
Was it in Afghanistan?
joy.
No, but his name was Jesus.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
That's why you did it?
Yeah. Sometimes, you just make decisions because they're funny things to do.
Oh my word.
Well,
Oh my God.
Jesus wept.
And more than one way.
Oh, Jesus is for you. Oh my God.
I feel, for some reason, I feel like we're gonna end up on the like news.
I know.
We're in trouble.
Special.
We're
Oh my God.
What
This
kind
is
of
too
news
far.
is it gonna be
This
on?
is too far.
portrait.
Let me see Jesus.
I
Please.
need to look at him. Yeah.
That's where our notes are. It's on.
Yeah,
Jesus.
they're on the back of that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like how there's an incense burner built into the back of
We
this.
get
thing.
inspiration
really
from the
good.
Lord.
Yeah. Get
like
really
a
Jesus up over
mini-
here.
We
People
get
play.
inspired by the Lord. At some point, some local preacher is going to find out about this, and they're going to take
Yeah.
this and me talking and be like, "And this is why you need to give me all your money because
This
of
is
this."
why
heathen."
you should never
Yeah.
not come to my church.
You see
and
this
give me
heathen?
Your money.
The Jesus making him smoke. Blah, 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 give me your money.
Yeah, well, you know,
10%.
John 3:16 go so
Says, give me your
God
money or something.
loved the world that he gave us weed that we can smoke it.
I thought it said, God so loved the world that
He
give him
gave
10%
his only
of your
begotten
income.
Son,
Oh,
that whosoever shall smoketh and toketh shall have everlasting life.
And
That's not sacrilegious if you like weed, I guess.
here comes
No,
Jesus.
It's
Here
religious.
he comes.
Yeah, it's just regular religious.
This is
I'm being very religious right now.
Oh,
Want some Jesus?
Yes, please.
The first time I ever met Jesus was in my friend's basement.
Oh.
And he had a really big Jesus. And he was like, hey, dude, you should check this out. And I was like, yeah, sure. But, you know, before that, I was very anti-Jesus because I didn't want to kill any brain cells. But that was propaganda. Jesus doesn't kill brain cells.
oh, it's true. That's true.
yeah. Jesus doesn't kill brain cells. It's the hold in your
Yeah.
breath that kills brain.
Yeah, did you know that Jesus could actually help with cancer, too?
Christ
Yeah.
are useful sometimes.
Ow!
I haven't done enough research about Christ yet. I need to
whenever-
learn more ancient
Whenever
Greek.
I was getting religious in Mexico, they called it Mary, Son of God.
Well, now that we've invaded Afghanistan, I don't know how in the world we're going to get any more Jesus. They're gonna.
That your baby boy.
They're blocking all the Jesus from coming in.
Are we okay? Are we okay? Are we okay?
We're not okay.
No!
What do you do? No more Jesus for you. we almost gave up the secret to our religion. Right there.
It's okay. He's risen.
It's over.
Yeah.
Christ is gone. Oh! Well, that's our show.
Well, like my favorite Kevin Sorbo movie, I've got to say, God's not dead.
Kevin
Let's
Sorbo.
hear it.
Yeah. He's all around us in this room with us right now. Yeah. Bye, Ellie.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Well, no, people can watch it later.
Yeah, and everyone else who watches later, whatever.
Yes.
Watch the rest of this episode on YouTube later. Yeah.
Yeah. Later.
Happy New
Yeah,
Year.
you can find us on
Now
YouTube.
it's at